Natalie Schmett at TPC Scottsdale, which is amazing. So as you can see, we're getting ready for the greatest show on grass, which is coming up in about 5 weeks now, right? Super Bowl weekend. But Natalie's a golf pro here, originally an Indiana girl, is that right?
That is correct.
So tell us a little bit about it. I mean, how did you go from Indiana to Florida? Is that where you went to school?
So I grew up in southern Indiana. I decided to play collegiate golf for Jacksonville University, where I was lucky enough to have my home course as TPC Sawgrass.
That's rough.
So that was awesome, yeah. Rough life. So in that time, after college, I played professionally for a couple years on the Symetra Tour. Moved out to California to train, but fell in love with it and ended up not leaving.
Sure.
So spent almost 3 years in California, where I started to teach.
Okay.
Fell in love with teaching, and then about 2 months ago landed here. So
I love it.
Awesome, yeah.
Good for you. So I mean, teaching at Scottsdale TPC it's not a bad thing, right?
No,
it's a pretty good little course.
It has been awesome. I am so grateful for the opportunity that I have here. It can't really get any better than this.
Yeah, so this, I mean, we kind of were just talking about it, and Carter and I are both hackers, so we can't really give the input on the course, but the tournament is coming up. Like I said, I think it's February 3rd, right? It's the Super Bowl weekend, and this will be your first experience with it.
Yes, yes.
And if you've been to the Waste Management Open before, what you're going to find is it's a little bit crazy. It's a little off the hook. It is not. It's not Augusta. It's not the Masters. Got a whole different vibe to it, but it's pretty sweet. I think you're gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys do leading up to it? I mean, do you have different responsibilities or things you have to do?
Personally, for Rob and I, we're still doing the instruction part. I mean, we do whatever we can to help out. But it's for us, it's kind of staying out of the way, for all of this to happen. But I think it's really, really good. I mean, not only for business because you're meeting people, but this tournament brings so many different people.
Oh yeah.
I think last year, it was like 220,000 people.
Yeah.
So it's not just golfers, like you said.
I think it's 220,000 people on a day.
I think it was on Saturday.
Yeah, on Saturday.
Yeah, I think it was the biggest day.
So the whole weekend's like 700,000, 800,000 people.
It's amazing.
Right?
Yeah, so it brings all kinds of different people, which I think is awesome. People coming together like that for something like this.
So kind of like, I mean, and I know you haven't done it yet, but I'm sure they talked to you a little bit about it yet. So everybody shows up. The golfers come in, Monday, Tuesday, whatever. Does Tiger need a little tune-up? Are you guys going to be out there?
If he wanted a tune-up from me, I would absolutely say yes.
Yeah.
I do have a friend, like I said, playing in this, but I mean, it's going to be nice, hopefully, to meet some of the guys and to talk to them early in the week. That's what I want, and just kind of I think it'd be really neat for me to just watch what they're doing and kind of observe and see how they're warming up and what they do, and I'm sure they'll bring their coaches too.
Sure, yeah, they bring the whole entourage, right?
Yeah.
So pretty sweet. Carter's actually played the course before, really liked it?
Yeah, it's a great course, it's a lot of fun, and you have a great time out here.
Yeah, and it's fun when the golfers start coming in. So like I live in Wingate, right up the road, and we usually have 3 or 4 of the guys living in our sub. They're renting the houses for the week or whatever. So it's just off the hook. You can't have a better time, and general admission's pretty cheap, like $25 or something.
I think it's very affordable. Yes.
And then you see around us, they build a city, really a city all around us. We have the 16th behind us, and then down here, what is this, 10?
Yeah.
And then 10 behind us, and then the big tent's over on 18, 17. So you have the Bay Club, the Greenskeeper. The 16th is totally enclosed, which, off the hook. You get to experience a little bit of that. The Golf Channel will be in there and everything else. But tell us a little bit about your daily life here. Are you digging it? What do you do every day?
Oh, I love it. I think it's great. I mean, I love my job. I get to wake up every single day and come to a golf course, and you can't really beat that. So, day to day for me is just giving mainly individual lessons. We do group lessons, clinics. We've done a couple corporate events.
Okay. Cool.
But so I'm not like in the pro shop or anything. Just strictly.
Strictly teaching.
Teaching, yeah. But we try to do film and get some lessons out there, get our website up and running.
Sure.
And but it's different. Even though I'm doing the same thing every day, it's always different because I'm teaching beginners, intermediate, advanced, professional. Someone who's never touched a club, someone who's played for years. So it's always a different experience for me, but to me, coming to the golf course every day is the best thing I could possibly do.
So you're going from the 2 handicap up to the 40 handicap.
Yeah. It makes you work though. Yeah. Totally. Sometimes teaching a pro, it's like am I doing enough?
Yeah.
But the tweaks are so small that you don't need to do that much for them. Just kind of keep them on the straight path. Yeah.
So do you get to play?
Not as much as what I used to. I get to play a little bit. But obviously, priority is teaching. But if I have a little break, I'll try to get out and play, 5, 6, maybe 9 holes if I can.
So what do you think of the course? You like it?
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Favorite
it's
hole? Can I put you on the spot a little bit?
You gotta love 16 just because of what it brings.
Just what it stands for.
Yeah. I like 17 too.
Right.
It's a very, very short par 4.
Sure.
You can almost get to it. I like the 16, 17, 18. I think
so 17's a lot of risk reward, right?
Yeah.
See the guys bombing away for it sometimes.
I like to see them go for it.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Sure.
And if you're not familiar with it, so there's water down the left. Up towards the green and behind. Yeah, so the guys, and I think it's short, maybe 320.
Sometimes they'll go over in the water.
Oh yeah. So the guys are bombing away at it, and it's surrounded by corporate suites and people, and just imagine right now there's going to be 220,000 people here in 5 weeks, so it's going to be a little bit off the hook. We're going to have a great time. It's another one of the events that comes to Scottsdale. It's just amazing.
Yes.
And for you, first time around, so you've got, we're going into the season, so you're going to have this. You're going to have Barrett Jackson. You have the Arabian Horse Show. You have spring training. It's like the greatest place on earth to be for the next 4 months. It's really, really cool.
Definitely.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit more about the amenities. What's the course got going on?
I think, like I said, not only is it golf, but there's going to be so much stuff set up here.
Sure.
Personally, since this is going to be my first time, but just seeing everything that's coming in, and they actually have stuff set up on the golf course year round that is specifically for the waste management.
Right.
I think there's going to be some concerts going on afterwards, which I heard Snoop Dogg's going to be here.
Snoop is in the house.
Snoop
is in the house. Yeah. So what's the Bird's Nest, right? So the Bird's Nest is so for you guys that are not familiar, everybody comes, hangs out on the course, 220,000 people, and then they kind of meander across the parking lot, and there's usually a few cocktails involved in this process, and so I think Snoop's on Friday.
I think so.
Friday or Thursday, one of the two.
I think it's Friday. Yeah. I think.
So you're gonna have Friday probably have 180,000 people, and then Snoop Dogg rocking it out in the parking lot. Right over there, I don't know if you can see the tent. You probably can't, but it's literally right behind us. So the Bird's Nest adds to it. Buses just coming in like crazy. People loading up, and then so the Princess. Have you been over the Princess yet?
I have one time.
Okay.
Yes.
So the Princess right on the course. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but they kind of interact. I
don't
know if the golfers are staying there, some of them maybe, or but it's a cool place to check out too, because you can walk in right from the Princess and you're right on one of the holes. I don't know which one.
Oh, it's beautiful, and it's really convenient. It's beautiful over there. The spa and everything else too. If you want to get something a little bit different than golf, but it's perfect. It's right here. It's great.
So put you on the spot a little bit. Family, they coming into town? Are they interested in seeing it?
Oh, I'm pushing them all to come. Yeah, I'm getting you guys tickets. You're all coming. So they're really excited too. They've never seen it before either. Sure. So I think it should be a good family experience for sure.
Yeah. So the family thing's great the first 5 years. Like 6 or 7, it's a little bit like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But so me personally, just my little tidbits to it is like my favorite day is Sunday morning. Because it's Super Bowl Sunday, the crowd goes from 220,000 to like maybe 50, and you can really see the golfers and get out and walk around and check it out.
Yeah, that's what I hear. The true golfers and the true fans really come on Sunday because they want to see the finish and they really care about what's going on.
Yeah. And the Pro-Am off the hook too, so Wednesday's a crazy day. Any chance you guys get to play in that, or how do they?
I don't think so. I mean, I think they kind of already have that set up. If I got asked, I'd get in there.
Yeah, they get some pretty big names that come out on golf on the Pro-Am too, and in the 16th always fun because it's just a little off the hook. But that's the TPC. It's right here in Scottsdale, right off the 101. It's going to be a great week leading up to it, and I just live down the road, so I get to see them build this whole massive city for 6 months and then tear it down for 6 months and do it again, the whole thing next year. But any parting words or comments?
I just wanted to bring up the veterans tent that they do on 18. Yeah. It's so amazing what they do for the veterans, and you being one of them.
Yeah.
I got to experience that. But you want to tell them a little bit about that?
It is great. So you walk in the back, you come in right on the 18th, right? And I'm not sure if you've seen it yet, but it's actually that tent. It's not up there yet. But it's a tent just for vets. So if you're a veteran, you got to pay you get in free. So you get a free ticket to get in, and then you get into the veterans tent. But you got to bring proof. So a DD-214 or a military ID or veteran status, whatever. But once you're in, it's free food. It's right on the 18th. You can see them teeing off. You can see them coming in on the 17th, which is amazing. You get a couple beers out of it, a couple drinks, a couple hot dogs, whatever they have. But it's probably one of the best spots on the whole course. I mean, you're on the top of the 18th, just looking down over the whole thing. So yeah, great point. It's a really cool.
It's a really neat spot.
Yeah. And so, what's the guys that run the thing? Is it Thunderbird? Thunderbirds, right?
Thunderbirds, yeah, the Thunderbirds. So TPC, we just use a facility here, but they run the entire thing.
Okay.
Which is great. I mean, they do an awesome job.
Right.
Very interactive, but yeah, but they pretty much handle every single thing as far as operations. Yeah.
So like they're handling putting up all the structures and all that kind of stuff? Or?
I'm not sure, to tell you the truth. I don't want to give you the wrong answer. But yeah, everything inside, as far as setting up and people who are helping running the golf tournament, they do all of that.
Yeah,
so
and it's
great.
And you'll see them here. I mean, they've got I don't know what to describe it. You remember what they wear? They got like the cape and the Thunderbird thing.
Certain outfit.
They got their outfit decked out.
You'll definitely notice them.
Yeah, they're kind of like off-course marshals. They keep everything in line, and then they donate just a boatload of money to charity, which is really, really cool.
It's awesome.
So it's a pretty neat setup
around the city. Yeah.
Cool. Well, so that's the TPC here in Scottsdale. Hope you guys get to come and check it out. Natalie, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. We're glad to have you in our great state of Arizona, and hopefully stay for a long time.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. Thanks.